we interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
I never expected that in the year 2015, the world would follow a path of destruction. Nuclear weapons are back in the news every day as developing nations feel the need for superpower. They have it, and I want it too. Every country now feels the need. Be very aware and able to explain to your children how we created this terror. After all countries are ballistic, we have to wait for the one awful mistake. That will lead to another, and then another. Is there anyone with a plan to stop it? Shareholder results improve radically when you join the global corporate war machine. Stop feeding and start killing. Let's manufacture nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons are scheduled to be everywhere. The demand is through the silo. The globalized economy has quickly caught on to the new body bag economy. Sell to the world, another motto for sustainability. One only needs to read the headlines of terror to discover the products and services that are in high demand. Corporations are required to shut down factories in North America to relocate and provide revenue streams for developing nations to earn income. How else do you think these weapons get paid for? Money has to come from somewhere. Shut down a factory in North America and plug it into an impoverished nation and watch the revenue that will be spent on weapons. Any high-profit products we buy for our children are the perfect revenue stream to unplug here and then send over there. The food our children eat that we used to make is now coming from those that buy the most weapons. Ask a corporate guru if it is good business to shut down a factory here to participate in a military offset defense contract, and they will say, money in the bank. Ask an economist in North America about that deal, and they will talk in circles for 2 days until they look up the term. Kindergarten research is all that is necessary to witness the devastation from trade imbalance.
Pakistan test-firing a nuclear-capable missile despite concerns about the safety of its nuclear weapons program. Pakistan launched the medium-range Shaheen-1 ballistic missile from an undisclosed location Friday.
Tonight, Newsnight reveals Saudi Arabia's deal with Pakistan to secure their own nuclear weapons.
For years, the Saudis have warned America that if Iran went nuclear, they would too.
It has been an extremely...
A former head of Israeli military intelligence argued this September that Iran just had to go nuclear for Saudi to activate its nuclear cash and carry.
Because the Saudis will not wait 1 month. They already paid for the bomb. They will go to Pakistan and bring what they need to bring. And then every regional superpower like Egypt, Turkey, Iraq will be nuclear.
Of course, the Israelis have an obvious agenda in wanting to use the possibility of a Saudi bomb to galvanize the Americans to do more about Iran's nuclear program. But the Americans also have an agenda, and it works in the opposite direction. They'd rather not think too much about the possible consequences of the Saudi nuclear option.
Karen Skinner, we might find ourselves in a position where there is nuclear capability in Iran, in Pakistan, in Saudi Arabia, and in Israel. What a position that would be in terms of proliferation.
Well, it's a game changer for the whole region, because in addition to those countries that you've just mentioned, others would seek nuclear weapons as well. In the Gulf states, the Turks, it would just be a nuclear proliferation nightmare.
Now, as updates and information keep continuing to trickle in from Egypt, the blogosphere lit up after cameras caught pictures of tear gas used by the Egyptian military that had "Made in the USA" stamped across it. Twitter was on fire with comments, people saying, "Made in the USA, tear gas, tanks, helicopters, rifles, and fighter planes used in Egypt protests." Or U.S. fighter jets in the sky, tanks in the streets, U.S. guns and ammo in soldiers' hands paid for by Americans. As word got out about the tear gas canisters, people were shocked, they were angered. And this was just about tear gas. That didn't even include the tanks, the jets, the guns in use by the military, also made by America. But my question is, why the shock? I understand the anger, but where does the shock come from?
نحن يا أخوان الآن في معركة والشعب السوري يحتاج إلى السلاح. نحن سنعلنها علانية ولن نستحي. كما تعلن إيران ولبنان نحن نعلن. أنا باسمي وباسم أي عالم ترونه نحن نشتري السلاح وسنشتري السلاح وسنبذل من أموالنا ما يدافع به الشعب السوري عن أماله وعن عرضه وعن بلده وعن أطفاله. والسلاح الذي سنشتريه سنبحث عن الصواريخ ونشتريها، وسنبحث عن مضاد الطيران ونشتريه، سنبحث عن القنابل ونشتريها، نبحث عن الRPG ونشتريه.
Qatar has announced contracts worth about $23 billion to purchase modern military equipment from about 20 weapons manufacturing companies. The contracts include deals with U.S. firms including Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and others worth $7.6 billion.
Saudi Arabia is buying more military equipment from the West. A Canadian subsidiary of a major corporation of the U.S. military-industrial complex has won a $10 billion order from Riyadh. The US-based company General Dynamics secured the contract for its Canadian division, which is located in the province of Ontario. The deal includes the production of armoured vehicles, training Saudi operators and other related services.
There's the death by China in military terms. As we here in America go into our big box retailers, buy made in China products, and at least some of that money is then used to finance what is a very, very rapid military buildup of the People's Liberation Army.
Every side of the conflict in Iraq is now using American weapons. Let's take a closer look at how that happened for a second, shall we? Well, the US military pulled out of the country in 2011, but as we know, they left a deadly legacy, more than $9 billion worth of weapons.
Attack warning red. Attack warning red. Seek immediate shelter. Seek immediate shelter. Attack warning red. Attack warning red.